My friends, let us open our eyes today to a mystery that has always existed, hidden, yet visible to those who seek. The universe, in all its vastness, is not random. The stars do not shine without order, the planets do not revolve without rhythm, and your life does not unfold without pattern. The secret lies in the unseen laws that govern energy, vibration, and sound. One of the greatest minds who ever lived, Nikola Tesla, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." These words are not only scientific, they are spiritual. They remind us that everything in existence is alive with vibration. The words you speak, the thoughts you think, and even the emotions you carry are all currents of energy. Tesla also revealed a sacred clue, one that many overlook. He declared, "If you only knew the magnificence of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, you would have the key to the universe." Why did he say this? What was he trying to uncover? To Tesla, numbers were not just symbols for counting. They were codes, mathematical doorways into the fabric of reality. Just as music is made of rhythm and harmony, life itself is built upon numbers that repeat, patterns that guide creation. Among these, 3, 6, and 9 were not ordinary numbers. They were sacred. They carried a frequency so powerful that Tesla believed they held the key to universal energy. Now, let us pause and think. In the spiritual path, Florence Scovel Shinn taught us that your word is your wand. She explained that your words are like seeds planted in the soil of life. Every word you speak goes out as energy, vibrates in the unseen, and comes back multiplied. If you speak words of fear, fear multiplies. If you speak words of faith, abundance manifests. Do you see how both truths meet? Tesla told us the universe is vibration. Florence told us your words carry vibration. Together, the message is clear. Your voice, your affirmations, and your thoughts are not empty. They are frequencies shaping your reality. Now, why 3, 6, and 9? If you look closely, you will see that the universe itself follows this pattern. The triangle, with 3 sides, is the simplest and strongest shape in creation. The hexagon, built of 6, is the structure found in honeycombs and crystals, nature's perfect design. The circle of 9 completes a cycle, symbolizing fullness, wholeness, and rebirth. 3, 6, and 9. These are the rhythms of creation. Florence taught us that whatever you claim with faith becomes yours. When you join your affirmations with the divine pattern of 369, you are not just speaking words. You are aligning your energy with the very mathematics of the universe. You are sending out a vibration that cannot be ignored, because it is in harmony with the natural order. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine striking a musical note on a piano. If it is out of tune, it creates discomfort. But when it is tuned to the correct frequency, it resonates beautifully. In the same way, when your words are tuned with faith and rhythm, they resonate with the universe, and the universe must respond. Tesla discovered this truth through science. Florence uncovered it through spirit. But both point to the same key: the universe is alive, and it listens to your frequency. So, when you rise each morning, do not rush into the day with worry or fear. Pause. Align yourself with the pattern of creation. Speak words that carry the vibration of abundance. Say to yourself, "I am aligned with the rhythm of the universe. Wealth flows to me in perfect order." As you declare this, feel the energy of 3, 6, and 9 guiding you. Think of it this way: 3 times you plant the seed, 6 times you water it, and 9 times you harvest it. That is the flow of creation: seed, growth, and fruit, thought, word, and manifestation. My dear friends, this is not just a theory. It is a divine law. You are not powerless. You are a co-creator with the universe. Just as Tesla found patterns in the stars, and Florence found truth in the power of words, you too can discover the harmony that unlocks prosperity. The numbers 3, 6, and 9 are not just mathematics. They are a language. They are the sacred heartbeat of creation. And when your words dance in rhythm with that heartbeat, life becomes a symphony of abundance. So today, I invite you to awaken. Do not see yourself as a victim of chance or circumstance. See yourself as a divine instrument. Speak, affirm, and believe with the rhythm of the universe. For the secret of 369 is not outside of you. It is within your voice, your thoughts, and your faith. My friends, the universe has given us a gift far greater than gold, silver, or diamonds. It is the gift of the spoken word. Your words are not mere sounds that fade into silence. They are vibrations that carry the power of creation. They travel into the invisible, and they return with form, with results, with manifestations. Florence Scovel Shinn often said, "Your word is your wand." Think of that for a moment. A wand is a tool of power, one that directs energy and shapes reality. And she told us that your word has the same authority. Every time you speak, you are not simply describing life, you are creating it. This is why words must never be used carelessly. When you say, "I am always unlucky," you are not making an observation. You are giving a command to the universe. And the universe, being orderly, obeys. But when you say, "Everything I touch prospers," you are tuning your vibration to abundance, and the universe responds with opportunities and blessings. Nikola Tesla showed us that all of life vibrates at certain frequencies. Florence revealed that our words are frequencies. Do you see how they meet? Science and spirit together declare. The word you speak carries the vibration that determines the quality of your life. Now, how does this connect with Tesla's secret numbers? 3, 6, and 9. Imagine that every affirmation you speak is a note in the great symphony of creation. If you say it once, you have planted the seed. If you say it 3 times, you have confirmed the rhythm of creation. If you say it 6 times, you have given it strength, watering the seed. And if you repeat it 9 times, you bring it into fullness and harvest. This is not superstition. It is the law of rhythm. The earth revolves in cycles. The moon moves in phases. The tides rise and fall with perfect order. In the same way, your words move in cycles of creation. The 3 brings initiation, the 6 brings growth, and the 9 brings completion. Florence knew that faith is the soil in which your words grow. Without faith, words are empty shells. With faith, they are living seeds. She wrote, "Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly." Faith does not beg, faith does not doubt, faith declares, and then it rests, knowing the universe is aligning circumstances in its favor. Let us consider an example. A man says, "I am poor." He repeats it daily. His words carry a vibration of lack. Soon, his actions, his emotions, and even his opportunities align with that vibration. But another man rises in the morning and says, "I am rich in divine supply." Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. At first, nothing may seem to change, but because he has spoken in alignment with faith and with rhythm, life begins to rearrange itself. New doors open. People are drawn to him. Ideas come alive. Why? Because his words carried the vibration of wealth. Tesla told us that the secret of the universe lies in energy, frequency, and vibration. Florence told us that words create through faith. Put them together, and the truth becomes clear. Your faith, charged words are vibrations that unlock the treasures of the universe. But remember, this is not about empty repetition. Words without belief are powerless. Florence warned us of idle words. These are words spoken without thought, without faith. They scatter energy but bear no fruit. The true power lies in words spoken with conviction, words spoken as though they were already true. This is why affirmations work best when you feel them. If you say, "I am wealthy," but your heart trembles with doubt, your vibration is divided. But if you speak with joy, gratitude, and certainty, your words carry the force of divine law. Now let us return to the 369 method. Many have practiced it by writing their affirmations 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. Why does this matter? Because it trains your mind to focus, and it tunes your vibration with the universal rhythm. You are not begging for money. You are aligning with abundance. You are not pleading for love. You are radiating it. You are not chasing opportunities. You are attracting them. Faith is the bridge between your words and your manifestation. Without faith, your words remain as sound. With faith, they become substance. The scripture says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Tesla showed us energy unseen. Florence showed us faith unseen. Both testify to the same truth, that the unseen is more powerful than the seen. So, my friends, I ask you, what are you speaking into your life today? Are your words tuned to fear, or are they tuned to faith? Do they carry the vibration of lack, or the rhythm of abundance? Remember, your words do not disappear into thin air. They are seeds planted in the soil of the universe, and the harvest will come, whether of weeds or of wheat, whether of scarcity or of wealth. Choose wisely. Speak boldly. Declare faithfully. For your words are not echoes, they are commands. And when you align them with faith, and with the sacred rhythm of 3, 6, and 9, you hold in your hands the very key to abundance. My beloved friends, abundance is not an accident. It is not given to a few while withheld from others. Abundance is a law, just as gravity is a law, just as the sun rises each morning. The only difference is this: gravity works whether you believe in it or not, while the law of abundance requires your conscious cooperation. Nikola Tesla declared, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe." What was he speaking of? He was pointing us to the rhythm, the sacred pattern woven into creation itself. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that life is a game played according to spiritual law. She revealed that nothing happens by chance, everything follows a divine pattern. When we align with the pattern, life flows. When we resist it, life resists us. Now, what is this pattern of 3, 6, and 9? The number 3 is the number of creation. It is the spark of life, the first movement, the seed planted. In Scripture, we see the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. In human life, we see body, mind, and spirit. In Tesla's work, he found that energy moves in trinity: positive, negative, and neutral. Creation always begins with 3. The number 6 is the number of growth and harmony. It is creation expanded, nourished, and multiplied. On the 6th day, man was created. 6 represents balance between the physical and the spiritual, between work and rest, between giving and receiving. It is the rhythm of growth. The number 9 is the number of completion, fulfillment, and harvest. It is the cycle brought to its fullness. A child grows in the womb for 9 months. There are 9 fruits of the Spirit. 9 is the moment when creation ripens and becomes visible in your life. Do you see the beauty of this sequence? 3 is the seed, 6 is the watering, 9 is the harvest. And so abundance is not random. It is cyclical, orderly, divine. Now let us apply this to your own prosperity. When you plant the seed of intention, whether it be wealth, health, or love, you must begin with a clear word, spoken in faith. This is your 3. You declare, I am divinely prospered. I am guided to success. I live in abundance. These are your seeds. Next comes your 6. This is where you nurture your seed. You feed it with repeated affirmations, with gratitude, with unwavering faith. You do not dig up the soil to see if the seed is growing. You trust the process. Florence reminded us. Faith knows it has already received. So you act as though it is done. You make choices in alignment with your affirmation. You refuse words of fear or lack, and then comes your 9. This is where the harvest appears. Opportunities arise, money flows, health improves, relationships blossom, the unseen becomes seen. The vibration you held faithfully has ripened into form. This is why so many have practiced the 369 manifestation method. Writing an affirmation 3 times in the morning, 6 times at midday, and 9 times at night. It is not the repetition itself that creates magic, it is the rhythm. You are training your mind and spirit to flow with the divine cycle of abundance. Let me give you an example. Suppose you desire financial freedom. You may declare, a morning, 3 times, I am aligned with divine wealth. The afternoon 6 times, money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. The evening 9 times, I live in abundance, and all my needs are met. As you repeat, you are not begging for money. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of prosperity. You are planting, watering, and harvesting according to the law of rhythm. Tesla's science tells us that vibration attracts vibration. Florence's wisdom tells us that faith-filled words manifest. Together they show us this, the 369 pattern, is the spiritual blueprint for abundance. But let me remind you of a danger. Many people attempt to use these numbers with fear or desperation. They repeat affirmations while secretly worrying. What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? But fear is also a seed. Doubt is also a vibration. And what you water, you will harvest. That is why Florence insisted on cleansing your words. She warned, never use affirmations with a sense of doubt or strain. Affirmations are not struggles, they are joyful declarations of truth. Speak them with gratitude, as though you are already living in the reality you desire. The 369 pattern is not magic, it is alignment. It does not bend the universe to your will. It aligns you with the will of the universe. And the will of the universe is always increase, always growth, always abundance. So, my dear friends, begin today. Plant your 3, water with your 6, reap with your 9. Watch how life responds when you live in rhythm with creation. For the secret Tesla hinted at and Florence proclaimed is this: abundance is not outside of you. It is within you, waiting for you to align with the pattern of divine order. My beloved listeners, there is a force far greater than money, greater than opportunity, greater even than human effort, and that is the power of faith, imagination, and energy. These 3 divine gifts, when harnessed, can change the entire landscape of your life. Nikola Tesla once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Florence Scovel Shinn declared, faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. When we unite Tesla's science with Florence's spiritual insight, we discover a truth. Your faith is energy, your imagination is frequency, and your words create vibration. Together, they form the blueprint of your reality. Faith, the engine of manifestation. Faith is not a vague hope or wishful thinking. Faith is a knowing. Faith is the invisible substance out of which visible forms are built. The scriptures remind us. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you say, I am prosperous, before you see a single dollar, that is faith. When you act as if the opportunity has already been given to you, that is faith. When you rejoice in advance, that is faith. Florence often told her students to act as if they already possessed the thing desired. Why? Because your actions are vibrations. When you behave as though you are already wealthy, you send out a signal that attracts wealth. When you speak as though health is already yours, you align with healing energy. Faith is not about struggling to believe. Faith is about releasing doubt, releasing fear, and resting in the divine order of life. Tesla looked at energy as constant, never created nor destroyed, always flowing, always moving. In the same way, divine supply is constant. Faith simply aligns you with its flow. Imagination, the divine workshop. If faith is the engine, imagination is the architect. Florence wrote, "Imagination is the scissors of the mind, ever cutting and fashioning the pictures you desire." Every invention, every success, every great achievement began in the imagination. Tesla saw his machines in vivid detail in his mind before he ever built them. He ran them, tested them, perfected them, all within his imagination. That is why he was able to create so quickly and with such precision. In your own life, imagination is the workshop where prosperity is built. If you desire a new home, see yourself walking through it. If you desire a business, imagine the clients, the transactions, the success. If you desire love, picture yourself already embraced by it. The danger is that imagination can also work against you. If you constantly imagine failure, loss, or rejection, you are also building those forms. That is why Florence warned, cast down imaginations that are destructive. Only hold the images you desire, never those you fear. So use your imagination wisely. It is your divine gift. It is the canvas upon which you paint your future. Energy, the language of the universe. Now we come to energy, the very language of the universe. Tesla revealed that everything, from light to sound to matter itself, is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Florence revealed that your words are energetic forces that shape reality. Put them together, and we understand this: your thoughts, words, and feelings are not passive. They are energy broadcast into the universe. When you complain, you send out the vibration of lack. When you worry, you broadcast fear. But when you speak with gratitude, you radiate abundance. When you affirm divine order, you release harmony. Your energy is magnetic. Whatever you radiate, you attract. This is why Florence urged her students to guard their words carefully and speak only blessings. She understood what Tesla knew scientifically. Vibration attracts vibration. When you speak your affirmations with faith and imagination, you are not just repeating empty words. You are sending energy into the field of infinite possibility. That energy gathers form, just as sound waves create patterns in sand or water. Uniting faith, imagination, and energy. Now imagine these three working together. A faith gives you the assurance that what you seek is already yours. A imagination designs the picture of what you desire. A energy, through words, feelings, and actions, sends out the vibration that magnetizes it into your life. This is the divine triangle of manifestation. It is another reflection of the sacred 3 in the 3-6-9 pattern: faith, imagination, and energy, body, mind, and spirit, heaven, earth, and man. The Trinity works together in harmony to create abundance. Friends, if you desire to transform your life, do not begin with worry, do not begin with fear. Begin with faith. Nurture it with imagination, and energize it with powerful words. Tesla and Florence may have spoken in different languages, one of science, one of spirit, but their truths converge here. The universe is a field of energy, and you are a creator within it. Remember, you are not powerless. You are not a victim of chance. You are a co-creator with divine intelligence. With faith, imagination, and energy, you hold the keys to prosperity, healing, and joy. My dear listeners, after we have spoken of faith, imagination, and energy, there remains one great truth that ties them all together: divine flow. To live in divine flow is to step into the current of life where resistance ceases and blessings move toward you with ease and speed. Nikola Tesla revealed that the universe is in constant motion, an endless stream of vibration and energy. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that life is not a battlefield to be conquered, but a game to be played with divine guidance. When we merge these truths, we understand that prosperity, love, health, and joy are never forced. They flow. They flow like a river when the channels are open and unblocked. What is divine flow? Divine flow is alignment. It is when your thoughts, words, and actions harmonize with the frequency of abundance. It is when you stop fighting life with fear and instead allow the universe to bring forth what is already yours. Think of a river. When you move with its current, you travel swiftly and effortlessly. But when you resist, when you struggle against it, you exhaust yourself and go nowhere. Many people live like this, paddling against the current of divine order. They speak words of lack, imagine worst-case scenarios, and fill their minds with fear. And so, they block the natural flow of good. To live in divine flow, you must trust that the universe is friendly, that God's plan for you is good, and that what belongs to you will come to you by right of divine order. Florence often said, "What is mine by divine right can never be taken from me. What is not mine will never stay with me." This is the essence of divine flow. Releasing resistance. Tesla observed that when energy meets resistance, heat and friction are produced. Likewise, when you resist life, through worry, doubt, or anger, you generate stress, delay, and struggle. But when you release resistance, life becomes effortless. Doors open, opportunities arrive, and people are drawn to help you. Releasing resistance is an act of surrender, not of weakness but of wisdom. It is saying, "I trust the flow of life. I trust divine timing. I trust that my good is already on its way." Florence instructed her students to let go of attachment to outcomes and instead declare, "I do not resist. I allow God's plan of good to manifest now." Living with gratitude in the flow. Gratitude is the energy that keeps you connected to divine flow. When you give thanks for even the smallest blessing, you raise your vibration. Gratitude is the magnet that attracts more to be grateful for. Tesla, who often worked in solitude, understood this principle in his own way. He saw the universe itself as a great benefactor, always giving freely of its secrets to those who sought in harmony. Gratitude, therefore, is both a spiritual and scientific tool. It tunes you to the higher frequencies of abundance. Make it your habit each morning to give thanks, not just for what you see, but for what is coming. Thank God for the opportunities on their way, for the prosperity forming in the unseen, for the doors that are about to open. Gratitude keeps the channel of flow wide open. Acting in flow. Living in divine flow is not passive. It does not mean waiting idly for blessings to fall. It means acting with inspiration, guided by intuition, and without fear. Florence taught, never force, never hurry. Trust the divine lead. When you are in flow, you will feel nudges, gentle impulses to make a call, write a proposal, step out in faith. These actions, though small, are powerful because they are aligned with universal timing. Tesla often had sudden flashes of insight, ideas that appeared fully formed in his mind. He followed these flashes, knowing they came from the same universal flow that governs all creation. In the same way, when you receive divine guidance, act swiftly, without hesitation. For that is the language of flow. The freedom of divine flow. To live in divine flow is to live free. Free from worry, free from striving, free from fear. It is to awaken each day with peace in your heart, knowing you are guided, provided for, and surrounded by divine supply. It is to understand that abundance is not something you chase, but something you allow. It is to know that prosperity is not a race, but a river. When you live in divine flow, you find that what once seemed impossible now arrives with ease. You discover that your life aligns with opportunities, people, and resources that appear at exactly the right time. Florence's words echo this truth. There is a supply for every demand. And Tesla's discoveries affirm it. The universe is endless energy, awaiting alignment. So, my beloved, step into the river of divine flow. Release resistance. Trust divine timing. Give thanks in advance. Act when inspired. And you shall see prosperity come to you in ways more wonderful than you ever imagined. Beloved listeners, as we close this journey, let us remember the timeless truth: life is not ruled by chance, but by divine law. Nikola Tesla showed us that the universe is alive with frequency, energy, and vibration. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed that our words, thoughts, and faith are the tools that shape this invisible energy into visible results. When we combine these revelations, we unlock the true secret of prosperity. The numbers 3, 6, and 9, which Tesla so revered, are not just mathematical symbols. They represent the rhythm of creation itself. Florence taught us that, when we speak in alignment with divine law, our words echo this same rhythm. They multiply, expand, and return to us as health, wealth, and joy. We began by seeing that the power of thought is the seed. Imagination waters the seed. Faith energizes it. Gratitude nurtures it. And divine flow brings it to harvest. This is the eternal cycle of prosperity. It is not forced, it is allowed. Not a struggle, but a surrender to the abundant laws of the universe. Today, I urge you to step into this flow. Release resistance, abandon fear, and stop fighting against the current of life. Instead, declare with conviction, I am one with divine supply. What is mine by divine right now comes to me with speed and ease. The wealth you seek, the opportunities you dream of, the joy you long for, they already exist in the invisible. Your task is not to create them but to align with them. When you think, speak, and act in harmony with divine law, you become a magnet for miracles. So live each day as Tesla envisioned, tuned to the frequency of abundance. And live as Florence instructed, speaking words of power, faith, and gratitude. For in this sacred union of science and spirit lies the key to unlimited prosperity. Go forth, then, in confidence. The river of divine flow is waiting. Step into it, and let life carry you to your destiny of abundance, joy, and peace.